Digitized live in Studio 1B in Cape Coral, Florida. It's the Waterman and D-Train show. I am D-Train, your co-host slash producer slash editor slash uploader slash social media director slash everything else. Here is the guy who just shows up and does a show, Dave the Waterman.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Can you knock my headset up just a tad there for me? There we go. Beautiful. What's happening, bro?
Nothing much, man. What's going on with you?
Oh, trying to keep it together, man. Trying to keep it together. You know, I gotta say, you know, you've known me quite a while now, quite a few years, and I have been slowly but surely, you know, weeding out the bad in my life, you know, and it's working in my favor, right? But I find, okay, last night was bike night. Yep. In downtown Cape, so I went down there. And
How was that?
It was good, man. There was a lot.
How did it work out with all the new traffic circles part of 47th Terrace?
It is such a cluster F down there, man. It really is. I mean, they're still doing construction, and it's interesting how there's a lot of people that just don't know what to do. You know, you get a lot of these snowbirds that have left last year, and they're coming back this year and finding all these roundabouts and stuff, and it's tripping them out, you know. Even the locals, it's tripping out. But the sidewalks are bigger, but the lanes are smaller now. There's no more parking on the street and all that sort of jazz, you know. Not that I saw.
Well, you mentioned kind of a thing too. Not only do we have snowbirds down here, and not only has the construction changed the roads from what they're used to, but you also have first timers down here.
Yeah.
And our roads are a little funky the way it is. And so it's bad enough when snowbirds are down here, they're not familiar with the layout of the streets or looking around, but you also got to take into consideration, kind of like we talked about on last week's episode, they're staring at the goddamn phones because they're trying to figure out where they're going. They're looking down at Google Maps, they're trying to figure out, do I hang a left here, or, you know, what's the name of this road?
Exactly. They're not paying attention to any, you know, they're looking at their phones. You're right. They're looking at the Google Maps and listening for the next left-hand turn or right-hand turn, whatever it is. But those roundabouts, man, I don't know who came up with that bright idea.
I don't know.
It does mess everything up. I don't know if they think it's a way to keep traffic flowing on 47th Terrace or not, but you know, last night obviously it was shut down because of all the bikes and stuff, and those guys didn't have problems navigating it, but I can see where people come down and they have a problem with it, you know, because it's just foreign to them, I guess you could say.
Sure.
But what I wanted to get at here is the fact that, you know, like I said, you've known me a while now, and I've been doing as good as I possibly can to keep things rolling and turn things around, and it's been working because I've been weeding out, you know, the bad in my life, you know.
Well, as we've said before on the show, you hang out with turds, you're going to get shit on.
Absolutely.
I think I got the cracking figured out too.
Do you?
Yeah, it's gone away.
I don't hear it now.
Yeah, so
cool. So last night at the show, I'm standing there, and you know, where I'm at the usual location where the K-Rock tent is by the stage, and people are coming up, they're saying hello. People are randomly pretty nice in general. Some of them can be, you know, dicks, I guess you could say, but they're drunk, you know, they're wasted. And I did notice one guy, you know, he comes up and he's just hacking and coughing in his hand, and then reaches to shake your hand.
That's when you do the tattoo artist thing, you just bump elbows.
do the fist bump.
Give me the elbow.
Give him the elbow. Well, you know, I just was like, and I was like, oh, so instantly wiped my hand. But when getting down to the point, you know, people know that I've had my issues with the drink, you know. And last night, people were testing me to the fullest.
Were they testing you, or were they just trying to be cool and hooking you up with a drink?
Well, one guy in particular, I can't mention names, you know this gentleman, was testing me. And, you know, I thought, what, you know, why even begin to go that far?
So that they can have something to talk about.
I guess so, right?
So they can an email or put in a text or a phone call.
That's what I was, you know, exactly. And you're right. And I said, man, I told the gentleman, I said, no, I'm good, you know. But he was a little bit on the persistent side, which kind of started annoying me because I'm going, hey, man, you know, it's all good. I don't want it, you know. I don't want it. I just stop. You know,
sure.
There's no reason to keep...
No means no, man.
Yeah, at this point, no means no. There's no reason to keep plugging away, trying to break you down in a way. And that's where it also comes into this personal space area. When you've been out many times, and you're meeting the fans, and you're talking to the people, and they just want to talk to you. Majority of them just want to talk to you, but you get those couple of ones that do the old lean in.
Yeah.
Literally, they're leaning in and talking because the bands are playing, so it's loud, I get it. But my ear is like fluttering from their puh.
Sure, popping their peas.
Yeah, you know, like my earlobes going shaking, you know, and I'm going, hey man, you know, and as much as I move back, they get more, they keep coming at, you know what I'm saying? They're getting into that space, and you know, we want to talk to everybody we can, but there's also that little bit of personal space that you gotta just think about, you know, when we're out and about, man, because like I say, and these people are loaded. And I get it, you know, I get it. But damn, dude, come on, man. You know, sometimes they push it a little too far. And like I said last night, I was getting tested.
Don't push me, 'cause
I'm close to the edge.
I'm trying not to lose my head.
So you know what I'm saying?
It's like a jungle sometimes. And you want to help.
That was a good damn song, man. So that way, it all in all, it was a good night. A lot of people showed up. Pretty happy with the crowd, but sometimes, man, it's just like, hey, and you've had those people. You can't tell me you hadn't. Well, you're a tall guy, so they'd have to get a box to stand on, most of them, to talk to you. So you luck out on that one.
A little bit.
I mean, but you've had that happen.
I'm easier to spot in a crowd, though.
That is true. You
can hide and creep down and
that's true.
And scurry away.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I can't sneak away off in a crowd too easily.
And you know what? I remember that at Fort Rock. We were out there and we were walking, and I remember it easily. It's like, you know, when I would walk away and then come look for you, it's like, boom, there he is.
Yep.
You know, there he is right
my head.
He's the only guy that's a few, you know, half a
like
foot.
The monitor right here is a crowd, and it's like,
yeah, right, huh? Exactly. Then you're like, boom, there he is.
And for those of you watching the Facebook feed, this is usually where the comment bubbles pop up.
Yeah.
So like if you make comments, I could just grab at them right here. They're always right here in my grill.
That is true. But you know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the love. I love, you know, it's nice, but sometimes just don't, you know, the spit, you know, like I was wiping my ear a couple times because they're just, you know, spitting.
Then you get the cat who always has the real sweaty palm.
Oh man, yeah, nervous.
Yeah.
They're nervous to meet you,
or they're just naturally sweaty.
Well, they've probably been partying all day.
Yeah.
There was a couple guys down there that looked like they just were raging all day.
Oh, they probably were.
And then they're like, who's coming up, man? What's going on here? It's like they didn't even, you know, they don't know nothing. They live down there, and then all of a sudden, you know, 5,000, 10,000 people show up down there, and they're going, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, now they're excited. There's something going on.
Yeah, exactly. What bands are happening, man? But all in all, it was a good time. It was a good time, and I thank everybody for coming out. So, how about you? What have you been doing this weekend, man?
Went over and had a double birthday party yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Well, it was pretty good.
Yeah? Kid's birthday or
both.
Adult?
Yeah. One 26-year-old and one, I think, 12-ish.
Oh, jeez.
And then today we loaded up the Tacoma with firearms galore, and we went out to the cattle pasture and
hell yeah,
shot up a few things. I'm going to
save
the details because I'm putting together another video. But good time had by all.
That was cool. I seen just a little bit clip, and that was pretty cool, man. It looked like you had a damn good time.
So I had a family member who was at a dollar store type place.
Oh my God, you're bringing it up. Okay.
And the person in front of them proceeded. Now, I didn't get very much detail.
Yeah.
Detail was hard to come by.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was a strong arm robbery.
No way.
Or there was a firearm involved or a knife. She was behind the person, just saw him lean and grab the cash. And, you know, robberies are common in this area, sadly. But the question I have is, what sort of low self-esteem having ass robber do you got to be to rob a store that might have $25, $50 in cash in the till? One, it's a store where everything's a fucking dollar.
Everything's a dollar.
And two, yes, one can make the argument that the demographic that would use a store where everything's $1 tend to carry more cash, but I would still say that's still only maybe 30% of them.
Yeah.
Whereas everybody else uses debit and credit cards, and in that case, EBT cards and everything else.
Yep.
But they also do drops on the regular.
Yeah. Oh,
so you're willing to get put into prison?
That's so dumb, man.
25, 30. Yes, I know that if you're robbing a store, there's some desperation, probably some drugs involved.
Something big time, yeah.
But it's like, you hear the stories like, really?
Yeah.
That's your target?
Yeah, exactly.
A place that maybe between the 3 registers, if you actually could get into all 3 of them, you might have $75 between the 3 of them. I mean, maybe if you caught them on a dinner rush, you'd get $150. But I mean, what's $150?
Nothing.
I mean, I guess it's a few 8 balls if that's what you're into.
Yeah, who knows, man. That takes such balls to rob a store, man. I could never do something like that. A strong arm robbery like that. That is, you are desperate. You're feeling the pain, man. And speaking of the dollar store, my thing is, you know what? I was just there just 30 minutes ago before I got here, and you're right. I don't know what's happening. It's getting closer to Christmas. People are getting agitated. You know, they're arguing in the stores all around. It seems like everywhere I've been this past week, I've noticed just bad vibes, man.
Well, it's the holiday season.
Yeah, and there were in the store I was just at, a woman was in front of me. There's, a little bit of a line. And there was a debit line and then a cash-only line at another register. And they're like, you got cash? I was like, yeah, I just had 50
Boy,
cents.
do I.
Yeah, well, yeah, I do. And so anyways, I walked by the lady, and then all of a sudden I hear, boom, boom. And I was like, whoa. I was like, what was that? I knew exactly what that was. It was like, sounded like some beer bottles hitting.
No. Dropping 40s?
But, dude, they were dropping big, giant bottles of red wine.
Oh, Jesus.
On the floor. Kaboom! Like 4 of them. Boom, 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 boom. And I was like, oh, and the mess was just, everything just splattered everywhere, all over the merchandise and stuff. And I said, oh, man, that's not... That sucks, man. That sucks real bad. But I don't know if she was just she seemed like she was in a bad mood because I could hear her talking and she didn't seem happy.
She wasn't thrilled to be there?
Wasn't thrilled to be there. She just wanted to get her wine and go, and she yanked the bags up because I could hear the bag. Yeah, I could hear the bags rip up, and then it was like, they just fell right through the bag. But yeah, man, people are jacked right now. They're not happy.
No, I mean, not only is a holiday, not only everywhere you go effing crowded, but now everybody's put into a hard spot.
Yeah.
Do I pay my bills, or do I buy Christmas presents?
True.
Or do I pay half a bill and then buy half my Christmas presents?
Yeah, run up the credit card.
Or they're playing the game, okay, well, let's see, I got a few weeks, I guess I could maybe put my bills off for a few weeks and load up and buy presents with my cash, or max out credit cards and have to deal with interest rates all year long and my bills tripling. And so it's just it's a rough time right now, and it's always like that.
It's interesting out there, I'm telling you. I don't know what's
up, Rich. Rich is checking in.
All right, what's up, Rich?
DJ, ladies man.
Oh, ladies man. I wonder how that ever worked out.
I asked him last week when he checked in. He said it's all quiet on the Western Front.
Oh, really? It's all quiet. I bet it is, man. She probably never sent him a picture or whatever it was. It wasn't, like me and you were saying, hold up a newspaper like they used to do. Something to.
Yeah, for those of you who aren't familiar, Rich called in about 3, 5, 6 episodes back, and he had been talking up a lady, allegedly, on one of these dating apps, and everything was smooth sailing and going well, but it was basically direct out of a script of Catfish. It was one of these situations you never think actually happen, but the chick would send him messages and text him, but would never let him phone call. Wouldn't let him do the video chat. If you got Facebook now, you have built-in instant messenger.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was one of those situations, and it was, we kind of basically told him we felt he was getting catfished and gave him some ideas of some things to do without completely scaring her off.
Yeah, try to prove that it's
But he said he is back on that dating site. So,
is he? So speaking of chicks, man.
Chicks.
Bro, chicks. Dude, I met a chick last night.
I thought you met 2 chicks 2 weeks ago.
Well, I did, man, but you know, that was a mother-daughter thing. They're in the past, man. You know what I'm saying? That you know what? Remember I told you I said I wised up to the challenges.
I see not to cut you off, but you were just talking about mother-daughter thing.
Yeah.
And then I think, well, that's right up your alley with some new porn stuff. And then new porn led to your wrist, and I see that you don't have the tampon.
No, I don't have them on today, man. Dude, they're finally wore out, man. I got to get some new ones, man. I got to, come up with a few bucks, go get me some new ones, man. But yeah.
No, I was talking about the tampons you had on your hand last week because you fell on your skateboard.
Oh
and you're all banged up.
Yeah. Those are gone, man. I'm still a little jacked, but it's all right, man. Sometimes I hate putting. Dude, you ever put like Band-Aids and stuff on, and it just you hate it?
Yeah.
I hate. I'd much rather have my scabs and stuff, or my sores get in the air and heal, man, instead of keeping them moist or whatever. But dude, it sucks wiping out, man. You've wiped out on your elbows and knees, dude. That is so bad when you've got a binge.
This is like the third time I've seen you now. You're rocking a button-up shirt again.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Are you turning a new leaf?
Yeah,
Are you staring away from the T-shirts and going towards the buttons and collars?
I am, man. I'm trying to
class yourself up.
Class it up a little bit.
I will say the next step is we got to get rid of that god awful hat you have.
Yeah, that's all I got, man.
The crown is completely flat.
It's torched. It's
probably got 4 lines of stitching on the bill.
Yeah, it's torched, man.
I mean,
it's not a good hat. It's a dollar store hat, man.
It is. You can tell it's a dollar store hat. If you gave me that hat with someone's logo on it, even if it was a company I liked, I wouldn't wear it.
It's the only thing I got, and you don't want me to take my hat off, man.
Well, I got your real nice Vans hat, and you destroyed it.
Well, things happen, man. Things happen,
and then you broke rule number 1. You put it in your washing machine, which you do not do.
That is true.
If for some reason you need to wash your hat, you put it in the dishwasher.
Yeah, I know that.
And I posted a picture on Instagram, and I posted not a paid endorsement.
Yeah.
But as you see, I got this nice Penguins hat on that I got off eBay for $10, free shipping.
Sweet.
But it's got a white panel on the front, and I try to steer away from white caps.
Yeah.
But for those of you out there, and my daughter asked me this a week ago because she wanted to know for her boyfriend, how do I keep all my hats so fresh most of the time? Well, one, when they start to get a little funky, I rotate them into my work hat pile.
Right.
But the first thing I do, if you go to Lids over at the mall, they essentially have their own branded Scotch Guard.
Oh, wow.
It's a sweat and water repellent.
Yeah.
You spray it on the inside and on the outside of the hat. It smells like alcohol. It smells just like Scotch Guard that your parents would put on the couch back in the 70s.
Yeah.
And it does repel the stains and the sweat.
Stains and sweat.
And you're supposed to reapply it every once in a while. I never do. But I will say this, the one downside about it, because the cotton doesn't soak in the sweat. Yeah. Kind of, your hat starts to fucking stink. My Black Penguins hat, I take it off and I'm sitting there.
You're like, bro.
My forehead smells like sweat.
Oh,
come on. So they look great and they're clean, but they do get gamey.
Yeah, there's another.
So you may have to wash them. But yeah, if you're a cap guy or you're an aspiring young kid, which probably not watching this, but maybe if you're a parent and you got that 13-year-old kid who's wanting hats, and you don't like them getting all funky and sweaty, go to Lids, like $7, aerosol can, spray it inside out, leave it out in the garage because it does smell like somebody dumped alcohol in your, not the beer, but the rubbing alcohol in your, if you leave it in the bedroom or whatever, it will stink up the place. Yeah. But yeah, just let it dry overnight and you'll be good to go.
So yeah, I was surprised too, that getting back to meeting the chick, man, I was surprised.
Well, where'd you meet her at?
Well, I met her, at the bike thing, and
she's just random chick, or she know who you are?
Random at first,
Now, is she age appropriate?
Yeah, I would say she's in a decent range. About 10 years younger than me, maybe.
Because usually you're still trying to skate in the 20-year-old pond, and that.
Well, no. I'm definitely in that 30-year-old pond, No, she's but the one thing I will say is very nice, very cool. Seems like she's got it together, so we'll see, kind of where that goes. But I was impressed, man. And I think,
Well, Rich just texted. He said he is on that dating site. He has been talking to this chick. She doesn't want to text or video, but she does want to meet in person. So that's a step up.
But why wouldn't she want to?
I don't know. Maybe she's old school.
Maybe she is old school.
Good luck with the casual sex. I mean it. No, because you won't get it.
But hey, at least this one wants to meet.
That's true. Good job, Rich, man.
Look at the positive side.
That is positive. I hope you're able to send us a picture of this lovely lady at some point.
Rich. Good luck.
Damn right, Rich. Good damn job. You deserve it, bro. It's the holidays, man. You know. Maybe that'll be your gift for the year.
Maybe she's a gift digger.
Ooh. I didn't think you're right.
I ain't saying she's a gift digger, but she ain't dating the Grinch.
Yeah, right? Ooh. Yeah, I don't know, Rich. Yeah, be careful of that one.
If you date this chick, Rich, no presents until after the New Year.
Right. Right on. Listen to D-Train on that one, man. Yeah, don't start hooking her up right off the rip, man. Then she'll be like, oh, I got him. Sandbagged. Got him. He's going to buy everything now.
So I was talking to my mom the other day.
Yeah.
As I tend to do. And I called her home phone and it was disconnected.
Oh, man.
So I called her cell phone and she informed me that she decided it was time to cut the landline.
Yeah.
To save money, and I couldn't agree with her more. And I got to thinking, I haven't had a landline in my name. When I lived at my dad's house when I first moved down here, when I moved out to live with him in California when I went back to school. But I haven't personally have a landline in my home, and I moved back out of my dad's in 2004 when we moved down here.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't had a landline in my name or in my home since 1999.
Wow. That is a long time.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Well, because, no, I apologize, 2001.
Okay.
Because when I was married, we had one, because my ex-father-in-law would come get drunk at my house, go buy cars at the auto auction, and then put them in the newspaper and then sell them out of my house. And so when I would come home from working 12 hours a day, my phone would ring nonstop.
Oh.
And then he would go out to the bar and get shit-faced and then pass out and drink in his van in the parking lot.
Dude.
Because we only had a one-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
Now you're freshly married.
Yeah. And you
have a one-bedroom apartment.
The father-in-law hanging
and the
around.
Wife, a father she hasn't seen in 13 years starts spilling on the couch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things got real quiet real quick on that house.
Yeah, things tend to start heading south.
But yeah, I haven't had a landline, and it seems to be, my dad has one, but I'm sure, he's in the process of moving. We'll maintain the business line, but I'm sure he'll probably disconnect too because no one uses it. No. And like my mom said, only person to ever call her landline would be these scammer calls who buy mailing lists for, seniors to try to take advantage of them.
Yeah.
Get a lot of healthcare insurance calls, a lot of people from Microsoft concerned that she has viruses, and just a lot of that. That's all scam stuff.
Yeah, that's all scam stuff, huh?
And so, it's like, I would ask you when the last time you had a landline, but you barely have an operating cell phone.
Yeah, it's been 15 years at least since I had a landline. I mean, it's pointless nowadays. It really, really is. I mean, you growing up as well as I did, we had the landline when we were young teenagers.
And then you had the 40-foot cord so that you can go talk around the corner so your parents wouldn't hear you.
Exactly. Walk from the kitchen into the living room and then back around.
And then would always end up in that big tangled mess.
Big ball.
Big old ball.
Yeah, big old ball. It's all just...
And then some people instead of getting the curly cord, we'll get the straight cord, but it didn't help either.
That didn't help either. No.
And then the good days came.
Ooh.
The advent of the cordless phone. See, that's an age shower right there, kids. If you ever hear someone use the term cordless phone, that means they're old as fuck.
Yeah. And I remember being able to use cordless phones and used to be able to take them, and whatever hertz or whatever it is that they're on channel, you could go out and walk around your neighborhood and pick up other people's.
It's the same channel that early wireless B routers would be on.
Is that what it is?
And microwaves would put out the same time because some of the cheaper phones, someone used a microwave would get all staticky and crackly.
I just remember you were able to take the handset and fully charged and walk outside your house, and if you were able to, you could kind of pick up some other people's, that actually had other cordless phones as well, I guess.
Yeah, if you watch Seinfeld and you see his white GE wireless phone, that's the same one I had.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Pull out antenna.
Yeah.
Hello.
What was the first cell phone you had?
Oh, first cell phone I had was one my brother gave me when he moved to Montana. It was off-brand.
Yeah.
It was one of those prepaid jobs.
Okay.
The first, and I had that from 2000, 2001. Then when I moved to California and I started going to school for computers,
yeah,
I got a singular phone. It was the Siemens a little green. I still have it in a box around here.
Do you really?
And it was basically a 4-color screen, early text message days.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I was talking about this to a client the other day, because some of these printers, they don't have keyboards on them.
Mm-hmm.
And so whenever you type in the wireless code, you got to type 1 4 times to get to the number.
Yeah.
And I was like, I remember sending text messages this way.
Man, what a pain in the ass, huh?
So, you know, if you wanted to send a text message to somebody back in your early days and you wanted to type a number, you'd have to hit 1 4 times to get to A.
Yeah. ABC and DE. You know, I was like, to get, you know,
and
the
then you would
E
go too far and you'd get to the weird characters and you have to start all over again.
Yeah, it's like, dude, that was a pain in the ass, man.
And I actually had that phone the whole time I lived in California. When I moved down here, I had it.
Mm-hmm.
Hurricane Charlie hit. I think the Verizon and the Sprint towers went down. I was the only one I knew, not that I knew a whole hell of a lot of people down there, that didn't lose cell phone signal the whole time.
Wow, that's pretty damn good.
And then I upgraded. When we started the business, I got the Nextel with the 2-way.
That's what I'll say. I remember having the Nextels for a while.
I still have my Nextel out in the garage, too.
Those were cool, man. Those with the
They still make
2-way
them.
radio. Do they really?
Yeah, they're primarily used, because Sprint bought out Nextel.
Yeah.
They're primarily used in, like, heavy construction.
I would imagine, yeah, I can see that.
Like, guys who are driving, heavy front loaders and all that.
Yeah, dump trucks and all that sort of stuff.
Instead of dialing a phone and text messaging, you just hold that beep, beep,
beep, beep, beep, beep. Yep. I had a group of about 14 of us that went and got all those.
And I remember when the first time I saw that, I not knowing anything about phones and realizing they just using the 3G network.
Mm-hmm.
My ex-wife would 2-way her dad in Kentucky. I'm like, wow, the range on those things are fantastic.
Yeah, that's something. Whoa.
No, dipshit. It's not. It's not a walkie-talkie. It's not sending 400 miles.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people thought that's what it was, man. And
well, that's all we knew.
Just through the cell tower. It's through the cell. Yeah, I never really. It's like
when my dad used his, he would still use the old walkie. Because he's from the 70s.
Yeah.
So he would use the 10-4. What's your?
Yeah. What's up, good buddy?
What's your what's your location?
What's your 411?
Over and all that stuff. But,
yeah, that's funny. I had a Nokia. I remember I had a Nokia. I don't think that was my first one though. My first one was like you said, it was an off-brand. I can't remember what, and it was in the style of that Nokia. What is it? What do they call it? 4150 or something. They're bringing that back, by the way.
Well, I was just.
Did you see that?
No, but I was just sitting here thinking that being the age we are, we saw. The Zach Morris cell phone. Yeah. And then in the early 2000s, they all went micro. The thin went to the smaller, the better, because everybody put them in pocket.
Yeah, super thin.
Thin and small, but now they're starting to get bigger and bigger and bigger again. And they're trying to find a happy medium. I remember like a year or two ago, the Galaxy came out. It was almost the size of a tablet. You see people.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, hello. How you doing? It's like, damn, that thing's too big, bro.
What the hell is that, man? Yeah. What do you need a phone that big for? Yeah, I mean, it's interesting how they've changed. I think that like I said, the Nokia was a pretty cool one. I enjoyed that one, but apparently they've updated it and they're bringing it back. So.
Well, I think what has happened is, people were wanting the larger cell phones so they can do more work-related stuff on their phones. But I think what has happened is people in that position, they just get a tablet. Yeah. And so then they just turn on their hotspot on their phone, and then if they have to, because sometimes I have to remote into people's computers from my phone, and it can be a pain in the ass. Yeah. Because the screen's so small, especially typing.
I could see that.
And not having, when I used to work for Stan Haney, and I would log in, during best ofs. Right. I could log into the system, but there's no cell phone keyboard that has the F keys on it.
Really?
And you can download stuff to say they do. And so if there was running short on time or whatever, I'd have to quickly get to a hotspot or get my laptop out. Yeah. But my battery's dead at the time, because in order to input something into the system, you got to hit the F8 key. Right. Well, there's no F8 key on the keyboard, and so I can never input anything. I could delete, man. But so if we were running long, I could delete stuff, but I couldn't re-input. So I'd have to pull over, and of course my battery's dead, so I have to find a place of the work.
Damn.
It's a huge pain in the ass.
Yeah, I can see,
Did we talk about the flag burning last week on the show?
Yeah, we did, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, we did. And that was... I'm still shocked at that one, man.
I did reach out to the Boy Scouts, and I'm going to take it, the remains of it, because it's still the Field of Blue. I am going to take it over there, and they're going to... next time they do their flag retirement ceremonies, they're going to top it off, because
Very good.
I just can't throw it in the trash.
No. And what you came across that day is just beyond me, man. I just don't understand what's happening right now. It's so... It's like you're one side or the other, man, and people are just angry. Angry, man.
I know you wrote it down earlier. Give out the number for those watching, so if they want to call in. And
all right, buddy. Let me double check, make sure I got it here. All right, here we go. You can give us a call at 772 area code 772-218-7731. Once again, 772-218-7731. Definitely want to hear from you and see how your Christmas, December shopping and adventures are going. Hey, brother, by the way, I got a birthday next week.
Yeah, no, I ordered you something.
No, come on, man.
Yep.
You don't have to do that, dude.
Yep.
All right, man.
Well, we're on the topic of the flag that got burnt out behind my shop. And I often walk by that because there is a package store, not the alcohol type, but the actual type that mails out packages.
Yeah.
It's like a block from my shop. So instead of getting in, putting wear and tear on my starter, driving down, I'll walk over there. And I always have this thought, and we may have brought it up in the past, and if we have, forgive me. I'm sure most of you didn't hear it. But every time I'm out walking the streets, and I know you can identify with this, I have the same thought, and is you really don't get to know your town until you've walked the streets.
Absolutely,
of it.
man.
And it's not until you've actually walked the streets, whether it's a sidewalk, not being nefarious, but whether you're running, you're riding a bike, you're just out for a joyful, walk, or like I said, you decide, hey, I can walk down there instead of driving. Once you start walking the street and you get to see the cracks and you know where all that is and this thing, and you see the guy sleeping under here and there, you really start to, I find, take more ownership of the town almost.
Yeah, I can see that.
It almost becomes yours.
Absolutely, because you want nothing but the best for your town that you live in, man.
Well, not only that, but now you're experiencing it. It's when
you're seeing some more.
When you're in your car,
you're blowing by the guy that's sleeping. You're blowing by, whatever might be sitting on the side of the road.
Not only that, but if you're driving appropriately, you're concentrating on the traffic.
Absolutely.
Like I drive down McGregor all the time, but I'm always driving. So my dad was driving because we went out to Fort Myers Beach last Saturday because he wanted to see this band that wants him to come play keyboards for him.
Oh, very cool.
And so I was riding passenger, driving down the road that I had just driven down the day before.
Yeah.
And I'm noticing all these new businesses popping up because when you're driving, you're supposed to be.
You're focused.
You're supposed to be looking at your phone or looking at the street.
Right. Yeah.
But so, and so taking that same aspect, being a passenger and actually noticing things when you're walking the street or, you're down at bike night, walking up 47th Terrace, or you're at Red, White, and Boom.
Yeah, you're looking at stuff.
Or you're downtown Fort Myers on Sunday for the farmers market stuff or whatever. I have found that, if you spend all of your time in your car, you go to the parking lot, you walk to the parking lot to the front door, you're almost like a tourist in your own town.
Yeah, well, it opens up. You're seeing new things that you've never seen before. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're seeing... Well, no, especially walking, man.
Well, you get an idea of how clean your town actually is.
Yeah.
How dirty it is.
Where maybe a homeless camp might be.
Like under the bridge behind my shop where the flag got burned down. I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, but I see that right there.
There's also some 6-foot iguanas if anybody's looking to make some money.
Yeah, there's quite a few of those running around this place, man.
Yeah,
quite a few. But you're right. You see more things. You see, like you say, the businesses that you never would have caught your eye before are going, hey, man, I didn't know that was there, or they're open and that's coming soon.
And you get a sense of how big it is. I mean,
you're
traveling 55 miles down the road, it's just a short jaunt down the street. Yeah. Like one time when I got my truck, I went and got the windows tinted. So I drove and dropped it off at the window tint place I always go to on Cape Coral Park. Like, I was like, I'll walk back to my... 3 miles later, I made it, but when it was time to pick up my car, I called a fucking Uber.
I remember you telling me about
that day.
Yeah. You were telling me about that. I remember that. But you got to see a lot of the town that day.
Damn straight I did.
But
it was also 90 degrees outside.
Yeah, that's a different story. Right now, it's not so bad out. Take a nice stroll around your town and take a look around. It'll open your eyes. You'll see things that you never thought you'd see before.
Well, like Mark Allen just said, when in Rome.
Yeah, right? And it's interesting. I love it, man. I love walking around or even skating. Just riding the skateboard down and just, you're not you're just taking it easy and just kind of cruising and just, feeling the vibe and just, and, counting all the, the lines in the sidewalk as you're hitting them,
Yeah, or the big cracks.
Yeah, the big crack. Yeah, watching out for some little rocks or whatever it might be.
No, I think you may have brought this topic up, and I was just watching it because it's on the Independent Film Channel, and someone brought it up to me yesterday. Where do you stand on the Die Hard Christmas movie thing?
The original Die Hard, I loved it. Do
you believe it's a Christmas movie? That's the question that goes around every Christmas. The Die Hard, no pun intended, Die Hard fans claim it's a Christmas movie, and then other people say it's not.
Boy, that's an interesting question. Do I believe it's a Christmas movie? No, but is it Christmas themed? Obviously,
well, it's
yes.
not. Yeah, well,
but that's a nifty one. I don't know if I consider it like an all-time Christmas classic or nothing.
It's not a Christmas movie in the way that you sit around and watch it during Christmas.
No.
But I would have to say it's definitely a Christmas themed movie because
yes.
I was watching tonight. When the computer hacker is quoting, Christmas, out on the lawn is 4 assholes coming in with submachine guns talking about the SWAT team.
Yep.
The other guys ask for a miracle. Well, it is Christmas. This is the time for miracle. I mean, so it's not like, okay, the movie fell on Christmas and that was it.
Yeah.
They make multiple reference to the fact that it's a holiday party, it's Christmas miracles, this and that. So I fall in the camp of that it is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have to go. I can go with you on that. It doesn't matter to me, to be honest with you. But I do see what you're saying.
I mean, I'm not gonna die on that hill.
No. But you're right. It is a Christmas movie. Now that you kind of explained it, it's been a while since I've seen it, but I can see that. Those Die Hard movies were awesome, man. But I enjoyed, especially that first one, man. Come on.
Last one.
Which one? Oh,
the one with the Apple kid in it.
Yeah, no. Oh, that kid. Yeah, no, I didn't see that one either. I don't think. I know the kid you're talking about, the floppy guy.
Long?
Yeah, he was married to Drew Barrymore for a bit, wasn't he?
I
think he was. I think he was married to her.
Who wasn't?
Yeah, right. God, who? And that was one of those girls. Real quick, when I was growing up, I remember being a kid, man, in the early '80s, and some of her stuff's coming out, and I remember just seeing her going, "Oh man, one day I'm gonna marry that girl." I mean, I think all of us, young guys at the time were thinking that, but God, man, she's a wreck nowadays, I think. I don't think she's in good shape right now.
No,
I don't know. Aren't. Yeah, most of them aren't, man, but I don't think I don't know what happened. Come from a long line of famous family members, the Barrymores, man. They ran Hollywood for a long time. So, I've been doing a lot of driving at night, as you know, and I am pissed off at this construction that's going on 41. Have you been caught up in any of that?
I've been caught up in all the construction. The construction in front of my house, the construction in front of my dad's house. I just drove down 82 today, coming back from the cow pasture where I went shooting and stuck in all that traffic today.
It is, why they pick this time of year to start.
I don't think they picked this time. They're just not done by this time,
or whatever it is. Well, I don't think they started until like a month or so ago on this project on 41, man, northbound.
Well, I posted a video last week where they had to replace a foot-by-foot concrete. Not only that, maybe 8 by inches of concrete around the gas pipes in the intersection in front of my shop. And so instead of doing it like 5 o'clock at night, they did it at 10 in the morning. And so they completely blocked the whole the right turn lane. So you couldn't turn right into our street. You had to go down to Hooters and roll back. Basically, cutting business off.
Yeah.
Why can't you guys do this at night?
No doubt. Well, they're doing it at night. And let me tell you, I'm running into the fact that 41 gets crunched down to one lane, man. One lane. North. And, bro, that backs up. It backs up so far. And it's such a hassle. Now, I know there's alternative routes around, the way that I go, and I've taken a few, but even then, still, it's just like, just getting to those areas is a pain in the ass, man, and I got stuck, and I thought I got out of it on Friday night. I thought I'd gotten out of it until I got to the corner of Summerlin and Colonial, making a left on the midpoint there, and they were doing construction there as well, and they had the concrete saws going out, and there's a guy. I don't know how much they pay this guy, but he's just standing there. Yeah, he stands there with a blower.
That guy.
You know, the guy just stands there with the blower that blows the dust from the concrete cutter, you know?
Yeah.
And the guy's sitting there, and this one dude's just manhandling this concrete cutter. He's, getting it. And I'm like, damn right, this dude's working hard, And then you look up and you see the guy, he's just standing there, he's just got the blower, like, he's just looking off, he's looking around, he's just blowing the dust, but the dust is just, the clouds are just woofing over towards that restaurant right there.
Mm-hmm.
Woofing over there, man, and you see everybody's coughing and hacking, but man, it's just what a pain in the ass right now. Why do they do it now when it's season? People are everywhere, and then you get these people and they're running up on you, man, in that one lane. They're not paying attention, like you say. They're running up and then hammering their brakes, locking it up, jumping the curbs. It's like, come on, pay attention. But no, that's just been pissing me off, man. I'm just like, come on, finish this job.
Well, I know it's a regional thing, and other people around the country who listen to our podcast won't care. But I think we need to talk about the elephant in the room.
What?
How do you feel about the announcement that Fort Rock is no more?
Oh, yeah, I didn't want to bring that up. Isn't that something? That the gentleman that started all that, I don't know what the circumstances are and why they've canceled it. Have you gotten any information on that? Has anybody said anything? Any of our local news?
Nah, there's very little talk.
Okay, I don't understand what happened there. Did they not do well last year? Do you know? Because I thought they did.
Well, they
from
moved
what I
to a
understood.
different location.
Yes, they did.
But it didn't sell out.
Over in Sunrise.
But you read the same article I did, and there's very little information.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you who went to Sunrise or wherever it was and enjoyed the drive, I feel for you. But I'm going to take the other route and be a little selfish.
Okay.
And I'm almost glad.
In a way, yeah.
That was our show.
It was our show.
The Fort in Fort Rock stood for Fort Myers.
Yes, it did.
And it was our show even more than that because it originally started out as a K-Rock event.
Yes, it did.
And then it got bigger and bigger, and then other radio stations came in, and then they got up and left town. So I'm just like, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, why not, right? Yeah, who
it's
cares?
Our show.
Yeah.
Our town built it to what it was.
Yep, you're right.
We were there every year. Our people were there spending the money, spending hours out in the hot sun.
Oh.
Giving them a reason to bring those bands down here.
Yeah.
We sold it out every year.
Yeah.
And I understand, in order to get bigger bands, they want more money, and to keep from increasing ticket prices, you have to be able to draw more people, which means you need the ability to have a venue that can support more people. But with that being said, hey, whatever.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, there'll be many shows coming, I'm sure. But they expanded it to 3 days this year, Friday, Saturday,
Not this
Sunday.
year. There is no this year.
You're right, but that was the initial plan was to make it 3 days. And if you look at the show in Jacksonville, Florida, because Rockville, welcome to Rockville.
Well, it's all pretty much the same
It's
thing.
the same, pretty much the same lineup, and you can kind of, if you looked at that bill, you kind of saw who was going to kind of be coming down here.
Would have been the same guys who've been down here the last 6 times.
Well,
and not to slander or make a dig at the promoters, because there's only so many rock bands, and there's only so many rock touring.
Yeah.
But with that being said, when you have three people that's already been on the same bill 4 or 5 times. It's like,
3, 4.
Okay,
yep.
well, I'm not as anxious to go to this one because I've already seen these people multiple times.
The only ones I saw on the bill that I really wanted to see, Judas Priest was on the bill. And I thought, man, that's pretty damn cool,
Well, you are hell-bent on leather.
I'm hell-bent, bro. Hell-bent. Dun. But, yeah, no, Judas Priest was on the bill. I think Korn was on the bill. Who else was on that bill? Glorious Sons. There was a few bands on there I kind of wanted to kind of check out, but it just didn't jump out and grab me. Like the year we were there, the last one we were at, we had Anthrax, Pennywise, Megadeth was on there. Those three I was just dying to see. Ghost was there that year.
Yep.
And I was dying to see, you know,
That's the only one I don't have a poster from.
Which one?
The last
really?
one we had.
Didn't
yeah.
we get some from that? I thought we did.
If you got my garage, I have Rockwave.
Yeah, I know
have
you
the
do.
original Fort Rocks, but I do not have that one.
Well, I'll be damned, man. I could have sworn we got a few that year and we stuck them in the trunk of the car or whatever. And then
I don't know.
I don't have one either, man. I think. Well, you know what? I got a little postcard, one of those little postcard things that has got the stuff on it. But yeah, I think it's a trend. You know what? I'm with you on it, but I'm also kind of bummed about it because it's like it would have been nice to go to, but you're right. In our case, you know, we're there in that sun and that heat.
Not even
all
ours.
day.
We're lucky. We're always under tents. I'm talking about the audience. The audience, the people who are out there, out in the sun
Sweating
all
it out.
day. They're out there every year. They're the diehards.
Oh, the people passed out in the grass. You know. Yeah,
those are the ones I feel for.
Yeah.
Not the casual fan or the casual observer, but those guys, because they really made that show what it was.
Yeah, they did. They really did. And we thank all of them for that, no doubt about it. What else you got going on, man? Yeah, it's a shame.
I'm exhausted.
Man, me too, bro. I've been so sick because of my other buddy, Roger, and Patient Zero has literally made the whole damn building is now coming down with the ick, man.
Yeah.
It is so bad. It's been in my lungs. I cannot get it out. I haven't been smoking as much, obviously.
That's not exactly bad.
It doesn't help. You know, it doesn't help. But, man, bro, God, I've been just exhausted. Exhausted.
I feel you, man.
So, anything else shaking, man? Real quick, I got a neighbor that's a real asshole that's been starting to put a thorn in my ass, man. But we'll talk about that another time.
Well, what happened?
Because it's just like cutting the grass the other day, kind of stepped into his lawn a little bit, and, you know, he made just a remark, and, you know, it's one of these things where he doesn't, you know, I understand, but I'm not purposely doing anything to your lawn, man. You know what? I'm just not. Mm-hmm. I'm not a complete douchebag, man, you know? Yep. I'm cutting the grass, man. I have to step around a little bit. And in fact, I'm cutting some of your lawn for you, pal. But I don't know. He's just a little smart ass. He's just a young guy. He's a smart ass, and it just bothers me, man. He's just rubbing me the wrong way, man.
You got to live with these people. I mean, I can go down there and confront, too. Did I ever tell you last time he had a party? The last time they had a huge party, they had cars parked down here in front of my house.
Uh-huh.
And the next morning, there was an empty case of Coronas.
Where was
in the field right across the street from my house. So I went and I grabbed it and I walked down there and I just lobbed it in his front yard.
Dude, bro, I'm going to say, when I was coming around the corner, I didn't notice this last week, but the drag marks.
Yeah, they got a huge patch in front of their driveway
It's like it's a drag strip patch where they're just doing burnouts.
Looks like the parking lot for fucking Gas Monkey Garage.
Yeah, it does. Are they just out there doing burnouts throughout the night?
Four-wheelers, cars, motorcycles, whatever. They don't care. And then when you pull out on the main thoroughfare, there's a bunch of them there, too.
Is there? Okay, there's just posi traction burnout. I came around the corner tonight and I was like, whoa. I was like, they've been partying, man.
Do you still? I know you probably not, because you relocated and your new facility's not quite as grand as the last.
No.
But I know that you enjoyed building shit with your hands.
Absolutely.
Obviously, you do a lot of demo now, but there's a difference between working and doing something.
Tearing things down and building them up, yeah.
Well, just doing something in your garage because you enjoy doing it.
Absolutely. I love doing stuff in my garage because I'm not under a time schedule. I can take my time and really make it the way I want it, you know?
Well, I'm hoping to get some new tools because I like to build shit, but I really don't have the tools needed.
Okay.
You know, I posted on my Instagram page phase 2 of the planter/water feature that I'm building, and I built that whole thing with a handsaw and a drill.
Okay. I think it looks cool.
And it's coming along, you know. You got to have a little bit of vision to see it. I got a pump with multicolor LEDs, but I really enjoy building shit with my hands. I took 8 semesters of wood shop. I'm pretty good with a table saw and a bandsaw and a router and all that stuff, but I don't have none of that gear.
Yeah.
But I figure, I just want, for those of you who are out there on the grind all the time, especially if you're doing office work and you don't get to use your hands a lot, even if you're not good at it, you don't have to be good to get a sense of satisfaction.
No.
But just get a few rudimentary tools.
Yep.
Get a stack of wood and just, especially if you have a vision in your head, something that you would like to see exist, go out and build it.
Yeah, I mean, you like messing with stain and clear and putting clear, you know what I'm saying? Making stuff look good. It's I find it fun, man. And I love the smell of fresh cut wood, man. I don't know what it is. You know, that smell that's in the shop. You know?
And I will give you first timers a heads up. The pallet wood upcycling is all the rage, but that does take a lot of work. It is not easy physically to dismantle a pallet in a way that you have material left to use it.
Yeah, that's true.
I did dismantle about 7 of them to build my water heater. See, the hillbilly in me wants to call it a hot water heater.
Yeah.
But it's not hot until you heat it. So,
right.
A lot of people still call them hot water heaters, so I'm trying to call it a water heater.
Yeah, the water heater.
And so I built this skin for that, and I had some leftover pallet wood, and I had a little bit of white pine left from when I made the cooler skin for my World War II project, and I had a bunch of that, well, not a bunch, but I had some corrugated steel.
Yeah.
So anyhow, I made that planner / water feature because I want a water feature, but I don't want to drop $200 on it.
Right.
So that leads nicely into this week's half-ass review.
Uh-oh, what do we got?
About 3 weeks ago, I went down to the old Harbor Freight and Tool. For those of you who don't know, Harbor Freight and Tool is the place you go when you need tools but have no money.
Right.
Your diehards will tell you they're not good tools, but unless you're on a construction site for 12, 13 hours a day, what do you need good tools for? Well, I would say that this, as fact, has turned into a good tool. I've now used it to build stuff in my garage. I have used it on a job twice to reorganize network closets, install shelves. This is a cordless drill. I actually went and picked this up because I needed a drill, but I didn't want to go out and buy a super expensive DeWalt.
Nice.
So I went over to Harbor Freight, and this is Bauer. Now, the logo does look like the same Bauer on my ice skates. Whether it's the same company, I do not know.
Oh, yeah, huh?
But this is a cordless drill.
Nice.
A screw gun. But it's also a hammer drill. It actually it has the clutch.
Okay.
And it will do hammer drill stuff in concrete. Now, I don't think you're going to dig into a super thick
slab of something, yeah.
But, if you're wanting to hang an American flag on the front of your house, the drill in your stucco and your cinder block wall,
that sounds good.
20 volts, lithium battery. I've
got
used
a light.
It has an LED light on it, so when you squeeze the trigger, it lights up.
That's cool.
Works great. Variable speeds. Comes with a nice little carrying case, as you see here. 20 volt battery. Lithium. The only complaint I have is the chuck is not that great.
Okay.
Which obviously you can replace chucks on drills. It's not a big deal. One, it's not the comfort rubber chuck, which I really don't care about because I have done enough screwing in small areas that I have found that, and you can even see it on this one, the rubber chucks usually get big gouges from sharp corners that you're trying to drill next to, and so they get all torn up. But my only complaint about this chuck is it doesn't seem to tighten down all the way.
Really? Oh, I see, yeah.
Well, here it's fine, but there's been a few cases where I've had a screw gun on here, and I'll get down that last click, and the damn thing will pop loose.
Huh.
But retailed, I got it on sale for $74.
Damn, not bad.
$74 for a 20 volt drill, hammer drill, and screw gun. Came with the bag, comes with a quick charger, even has the clip, which I didn't put on there, so you can put it on your tool belt.
Nice.
So if you need a drill for around the house, obviously if you're hanging drywall 14 hours a day, this may work until you get your second or third paycheck, and you can go out and get a DeWalt or a higher end, a Makita or a
whatever,
like that,
but
a Milwaukee.
Yeah, Milwaukee, yeah.
But if you're just tagging something every once in a while, you need something to do the honeydew list around the house.
Yeah, you're just doing small projects, man. It's perfect.
I head down to Harbor Freight and Tool, takes $70 brands.
Yeah.
My dad has one that's cheaper than that, but hell, man, $70, you're good to go.
Is that the new lineup they're carrying now? The Bauer?
I've never seen the Bauer before.
I've never seen.
I said that, I bought it. I simply picked it up because of the price.
Yeah.
Me and my brothers had a long-standing thing where buy the best of what you can afford.
Oh, absolutely.
So especially when you're Harbor Freight and Tool, you don't want to get the cheapest thing there.
No.
No. So I just went in and I got it simply because it was under $100 and it was 20 volt.
And it does the job. It gets the job done. Yep. Obviously, I mean, you're working with it. You've got stuff, projects you're working on in the garage out there, getting it done, man. That's cool. Well, brother, I don't really have other than, I'm trying to get better, man. That's my last thing, man.
I'm trying to do a little self-improvement.
And every day I'm just getting better and better, man. My self-improvement's coming along, man, so.
A new announcement. The Waterman and D-Train show is now actually showing up on iHeartRadio app. So if you have iHeartRadio and that's your preferred way of listening to music and podcasts, you can find us there now. You can also find us on Spotify. We've always been on iTunes and Stitcher. You can find all our information at d-410.com and all that good stuff. And we've talked about a lot of things in this last hour or so. I'm glad everybody hung out with us. Hopefully you found something a little bit positive.
Absolutely.
Go out, find some positivity in your life, chase your dreams, get things done, because you never know when you're going to wake up dead.
Tell me about that one. All right, brother. Hey, man, once again, I appreciate all the hard work you put in to everything that we do here at the show. And thank everybody for tuning in. And we look forward to you guys hanging with us next week. And be sure to give us a call all throughout the week, 772-218-7731. If you got something to say about the show or something in general, hit us up anytime. All right, brother. You ready to go? Let's get out of here.